In summertime, one of the best things that you can eat. You don't like a lot of meat or anything. You like vegetables, but you like some things when they are fried, like the chips and beer kind of thing. We have in Turkey something called mücver. When we were small children, mücver was a side dish of while you make stuffed zucchinis. The middle of the zucchini is like spongy, and usually for the kids, mücver was made. You can also call it fritters as well. I'm gonna show you the classic one, but you can replace zucchini with mushrooms, with spinach, with kale, a lot of things. You can make this technique using whatever vegetable you have in your house. It will be the tastiest version of eating a vegetable.
You can add meat as well, no?
Yes, you can. I have meat versions as well. Let me start with the classic and basic one. What creates the basic is a bit of flour and a bit of eggs. Eggs and flour keeps everything together, and the main ingredients could be whatever vegetable you have. In this case, we have 3 zucchinis. I directly grate them. You can do it in the processor as well. If the skin is very tough and old, just do this and get some of the skins off, and this would be enough. I believe in almost no waste, so I didn't even want to waste this, and the taste doesn't change as much because these are really fresh. Don't forget to grate it until the end, so no waste is done. So, from these 3 zucchinis, by grating they grow huge. I'm going to put a bit of salt and I'm gonna mix it a bit. Usually, the zucchini has a bit of water, so what I'm gonna do is just take the water out by squeezing it for about a minute. I can get even more water out of this. I don't want to kill it. I like the juiciness. I don't want the extra juice. You can drink this. This is quite tasty, quite healthy. Salty as well. It's like drinking grass. It's a nice detox drink. If you don't want to drink it, you can put it into your flowers or whatever you have in your garden or etc. So, we have these beautiful things. To this, I have 2 small onions. I'm also gonna grate them. The onions will have juice, but this will be pleasant juice. It will soften, sweeten the mücver. If you don't like grating, you can use a food processor and just like use it on pulse so that it will be like grated.
3 zucchinis, 2 onions.
Yes, all done, and I'm about to cry. So before I cry, I have sunflower oil here, but you can use olive oil, grapeseed oil, anything you use for frying, you can use it. And if you don't want to fry it, you can do the same recipe in the oven. I have done it before, so I'm going to show you how to do it after I'm finished. What makes the mücver is eggs. So I have 4 eggs here. Yes. And the second thing is flour. 4 tablespoons of flour.
If I don't want to add flour?
You can use oat if you want to make it gluten-free, or even lentil flour would do as well. So to this, I'm also going to add a bit more salt, 2 pinches of black pepper, and also baking powder. This is not so good. Unfortunately, the baking powder was probably a bit old. What I do is put it in a sieve and sieve it so that it becomes like a dust. This is very important because if the baking powder stays as a chunk, it will have an unpleasant flavor. I'm going to mix this. So, like tempura, we shouldn't mix it very much because the more we mix it, we take the water out. This consistency is great. And 2 of the things that are not necessary but good to have, actually 3 things, is first of all is nigella. Nigella gives character to the whole thing. You can put some, if you want some cheese, like halloumi cheese, which will not burn. It will also be very nice, but I'm not gonna put it. I'm gonna make more standard one. But also, I'm gonna use something called mahlep. Mahlep in the Middle Eastern traditions are used very much, and it's actually like some kind of a cherry seeds. And it has this weird smell, but in many of the pastries they are used. it goes bitter very fast, so you have to take it not as powder, but as seeds. But this, adding mahleb is my thing. It's not in the traditional way, but it increases the pastry flavor, and whatever you make it with, the taste almost doubles or triples. And I'm gonna put a good batch of dill. Like, there are some tastes which go really well. Almost all the zucchini dishes carry dill in them. If you don't have dill, you can use parsley, you can use coriander. Coriander would be very nice if you're a coriander person. Hop. From now on, we have to be really fast. So, now we're ready. The oil should be ready. I'm gonna check it. Quite hot, all right. And maybe you can also check it like by adding a bit of, if it goes down and up, it's good. If it's just straight up, it's very hot. So, 2 spoons. And with the 2 spoons, we do this. We shape it well, like this. I take a spoon and then like slowly drop. And then with the back of my spoon, press it. What I forgot to do is put your spoons first like this and get your zucchini, Mücver, and then press it from the top. Okay, I take the first one out. Look at this. Oh, don't try to make it in a perfect shape. The sides, the small places, the outsiders, the renegade, they become even crunchier. So good. If you don't want to fry it, what you can do, have a tray, oil it first with olive oil and put it on the tray and then put it in the oven. And maybe some halloumi cheese or mozzarella would do good. And it will be very nice and it won't be fried, and it's also a great version. And I know, Bahar,
I prefer that one.
it's a great diet food, it's a great fulfilling recipe.
And also you can cook it, keep it in the fridge for 2 days and go and come and eat.
Three zucchinis and look how much we get. And the inside is fluffy. We usually eat this with ayran or tea like this. But if you want to make it a cool entree, now what I'm gonna do, I put some yogurt. Yogurt goes really well. And maybe some more yogurt in the middle, like this. A bit of carrots. Some spring onions. Some dill like this. And if you want to go crazy, do we want to go crazy?
Always.
Okay, some sweet chili sauce. Traditional food lovers might hate me for this, but it becomes a great combo. We did the very classical one. This is the fun version. I have some even fancier versions of this. Maybe someday I can do it, but this is like something simple with whatever we have in the kitchen to eat. Basically that's it, guys. Hope you liked the video. Hope you enjoy the video. Don't forget you can make mücver with a lot of things. Again, this girl was probably one of the first people who made it from mushrooms, chard, and then pumpkin. This becomes very nice. Thank you for now. Take great care.